Discipline, goal setting, resilience, courage. Why are these not just words, but rather part of a formula to getting the most out of your life? Successful, high-achieving people in life and in sport have some common traits.
Oh, that's magnificent!
And as I've been finding out, these are also the traits of elite Gaelic Games athletes. What amazes me is these athletes are amateurs juggling life, work and sport. I'm going on a journey to explore how they manage to remain at the top of their game in everything they do.
Very good.
So mate, how fast is Slitter coming at you?
Yeah, fairly fast now. I think speeds of over 100 anyway, 100 kilometres an hour I'd say, if it's hit properly.
That's crazy, man. So surely you got a bit of equipment, a vest or something?
No, just a cup and a helmet, that's all I wear. Obviously helmets are mandatory, cups aren't, so I know a few guys that don't wear them.
Yeah.
But obviously I want to protect the future.
Mate, crazy. Hats off to you, man. You know, what about a full forward running at you, about to smack it? You know, there's got to be a bit of fear there, is there?
Yeah, definitely. Like there's definitely a bit of courage and bravery involved, or you have a job to do for the team. Like, so you have to put your body on the line for them. Like it's not an easy thing to do, and you have to turn off that instinctual piece in your brain that says get out of the way. So, but that's challenging, but it's fun.
I love that, mate. It's kind of like a big South African running at me, right? It's
yeah, exactly.
Nah, you want to embrace that, go at it, mate. You telling me earlier that sometimes not the physical fatigue, but potentially the mental fatigue.
Obviously, working with sports psychologists and stuff, we learn some techniques of how to stay in the present. And you know, the things I use is, I look for the primary colours. I was to say to myself, there's green, red, yellow, whatever is in the background. So I'll also write some numbers on my wrist as well. If I start getting distracted, I'll start counting back in sequences of 7 from those numbers. The reason I use those techniques, is to stay present, to stay in the moment of a game.
It's a genuine, hey, I want to be right here in this moment, and the more calm and clear I am in this moment, I'm going to make the best decision for the team, for myself.
Yeah.
I can execute, right? Oh, what a good spot.
So cool.
Yeah, get in, get your recovery started.
As I've got older, I've really realised the importance of recovery. And I think, as you said, to be an elite athlete, you need to find those ways to recover before, the next session, so that you can be performing to a high level all the time.
But what you're doing is elite, and I think you're working in hospitals. Was your physiotherapy around that COVID era time? And I know you moved away from that into starting your own business.
I had my physio degree, I'd worked hard at that, and this was the next step in what I wanted to do. And I kind of spoke to Mum and Dad at home, and Mum didn't want me to leave my job at all. But Dad was a bit more understanding and could understand, I suppose, my methodology behind it and why I wanted to do it. And I think it was the right step for me. And I just knew at that stage that it was like, if I want to see where this goes, I have to go all in now.
It's a courageous move, right? It's probably a little bit like how you play your football.
Yeah.
You're all in. Let's give it a go.
I know it is, and I suppose even in my role on the pitch, as a centre forward, you have to be the one, and as a captain, you have to be the one to make the decisions for your team, and that decision is on you then in gameplay as to whether it was right or wrong. Sometimes you have to make a bold move out on the pitch for your team, as you'd know.
I think an old coach used to say, a decision that you commit to that's wrong is better than no decision at all, right?
Everyone has different goals in life. For me, it was, hit the highest level of hurling possible. So once you're ruthless with your time and idea, you'll invariably have success off it. Like when I was 15, I was probably playing 3 or 4 sports, but I chose to quit playing soccer, focus on GAA, and then at 18 or 19, I finished playing football altogether just to focus solely on hurling. So, I realised that if I wanted to be the best hurler, other things would have to give way, and that's an example of what I did to prioritise it.
Gimme. Here, sit. Oh, good boy.
I was driven to improve and get better, What do you think yours is, Louise?
I'm driven by family and like just wanting to be the best, and I think that's probably been the way since we were younger. The massive nature that, you know, that part that plays in the club scene as well. And obviously Dad's our manager, but has also coached us since we were about 5. And I think the fact now that he's so close to the sidelines as well and managing us, and you know that Mom's involved as well at times, and every other parent is, that it makes it feel extra special. And it's just like those moments that you want to hold on to forever and want more of them. And I think that, you know, having them there and to make Mom and Dad proud is a massive driving force for us as well. The amount of miles that they put on the road just to literally get us from A to B, you know, for training sessions when we couldn't drive. And it's only now when you're driving yourself that, oh my God, they had to do so much and like take out so much of their time to make us, you know, want to play sport and everything like that and keep us in it. And like obviously we've an older brother as well, so you're going different directions and they were trying to divide their time, and sometimes it's like just giving back to them and making them proud on the biggest stages that there is out there. And I think you just want to continue to make them proud all the time. But
they've been really hard working since they were very young, and I think that ambition, no matter what they went at, both of them, they had that ambition to do as well as they can with everything. Yeah, from a very young age, she was really always wanted to be the best, and we tried to help them achieve what they wanted to do, because if it wasn't in them, you can't make them be what you want them to be. You can just help them be what they want to be themselves. You'd be letting their talent and everything go to waste if you didn't just help them to get there and do what you could to facilitate it.
So, mate, you've got a massive balance in ACT to do, right? You've got your work, you've got your training, you've got all the extracurricular activities, let alone your relationships. You've got to keep strong and work and at home. So, mate, why do you do it?
There's probably a couple of reasons why I do it. You know, enjoyment is obviously the main reason. It's a lot of work if you're not enjoying it. So the day you stop enjoying it is probably the day you won't do it. You know, fulfillment is a big thing. You know, it's the pinnacle of every player in the country to get to this place with your club on All-Ireland final club day. And we were lucky enough to do it twice, giving my family something to look forward to. You know, like my elderly grandparents and stuff like that, they'll follow me around to every game nearly that I play. Like, they don't miss anything, so getting to see the enjoyment they get from me playing as well is a big part as to why I do it.
Yeah, I can sense that drive, right?
Yeah.
It's really special to hear that the club just means so much to you guys as elite athletes, GAA athletes, and to you especially. I can sense it, and probably you get so much enjoyment from them, but I'm sure the amount of pride that you give your family must be really special as well.